Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. They landed on his cheeks.
Oh,
If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. Aww, little animation. He actually wake the fuck up because I'm like, oh! Aki! This wasn't.
God.
He's alive again?
Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
You know nothing, Hifumi.
Hifumi, wake up!
That's right. I remember now.
Is this a fucking?
Hope's Peak.
This isn't real. Don't do this to me, game. Oh god. Come on, you gotta wake up.
I remember everything before I'd met you all. I'd met you all.
His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
Quiet, you. Get out of here.
The light.
Don't go into the light.
It's reaching out to me
Hifumi, don't.
like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yeah, Yasu Hiro.
No. No, I don't.
His eyes closed,
No.
and they never opened again.
No.
No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. Well, quiet, you.
This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality, and besides, Chuck Norris isn't even here.
Boo.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins? No calcium in your bones? At least you have your meat.
You're just angry.
Yeah, no fucking shit, dipwad.
I loved him.
Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words.
Can I beat him?
Now this game has become exceedingly boring.
Then don't play, man. Just go in the library, read a book, we'll call you when the trial happens, you can come in and vote. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Gavin BRB'd. He said yes, Hiro.
Right, I was gonna say, can we even, like... The closest I've got is Glendale, and I don't know if she belongs here right now.
Yeah. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Better, yeah. Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
And with that, the case is solved.
No.
Except that we actually need both Kyoko and Hiro to show up for the trial. So.
Right.
assaulting people, even killing Taka and Hifumi, and going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal like that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is? He's not. That's the biggest thing that I think Aki and I are both feeling here right now, is that, like, this really doesn't feel like Hiro. In any way, I know, like, none of the murders feel like people, but you know what I mean. Like, this
Well,
is so
also,
convoluted.
If
Get out
it's
of here,
true,
Niwo.
I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him.
You don't have to. He will turn into butter.
No. No. To kill two of our
I'm
friends.
grieving in my own way, okay?
Anyway, it's about time we track the down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although it's not this time, it's not that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Yes. It does look that way.
We have to go through this one more time. It's not even gonna be the last time, dude. If we catch them, there's still way more of us here than one person who gets to graduate.
Right.
I have to do it. Can we start here, please? Thank you. The things. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. It?
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before.
It's weird that it didn't list, like, the time of death like it did before. Especially for Hifumi, whom we know. We were awake for it.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Gav.
That
I
is
did
no
one of your
problem.
lines.
That is no
Sakura?
problem.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yes, the Sakura. I also tried to do Sakura, but Karl did better. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway.
Maybe.
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else had been missing for quite a while.
Are you talking about Kyoko?
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
An accomplice?
An accomplice?
What are you doing here?
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question.
I fucking hate you.
Question.
You're talking about an accomplice, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murderer is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Yay! So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it. I'm glad I got to talk at least once.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yay.
Yay!
God damn it, no, Ron, you better edit that in.
Then there's no way anyone will work together, right?
So, basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
To say though, that's kind of funny because you could be an accomplice and then turn around and be like, but they killed, and then get them out, right?
Yeah, but everyone else would look at you and be like, "They'll help
But
them
you
do it, you
helped.
scum."
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they would just be the next one dead, right?
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
Maybe.
Byakuya
Jail!
was an accomplice.
Yeah,
Little bit,
Byakuya
yeah.
was an accomplice. He just wasn't actually
Mhm.
working with Mondo.
He was just
I mean,
like,
let's
"Oh,
be
my
fair.
goodness."
Let's be fair in all this. There's literally a serial killer living among you.
Yeah,
I don't think an accomplice would be that much different at this point.
yeah.
I'm still sticking to my two murderers thing. Like, one murdered one, the other murdered the other, and they were helping each other out and maybe trying to beat the system that way.
So, are you saying nobody worked together this time either? Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder. Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
The true blackened, so just one person?
That's enough for explainifying. Now, it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all contestants.
Was Hiro at the dining hall pulling all of us to the bath house? The way he very specifically said, I just did what Kyoko asked me to. Is that foreshadowing?
Probably.
Ooh, could be.
Feels
Or
very,
it could not be.
Feels very
Tune
early
in
for
next time to
Kyoko
Dragon
to
Ball
be
Z.
leaving.
I feel like Hiro just happened to be like a very dumb but very innocent bystander in the fact that like Hifumi got attacked, got like hit, probably even like I'm going to even assume like maybe even the back of the head or something. And as he was laying in the nurse's office losing consciousness, Hiro heard him, ran in, and then was like, oh shit, I can't be caught with a body, right? And then like ran out, and then Hifumi just like saw him. And that's why he assumes that Hiro killed him, and that's my I'm sticking to it. Hiro's just an innocent, dumb bystander.
Well,
We'll find out. I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all.
You may be right.
If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
An accomplishment. Stallion.
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. Well, that's a bad idea. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone as a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. No.
Ha!
it doesn't fit her
What?
MO.
I'm offended.
She woke up.
Yeah! Oh my
You.
god. Sorry, hold on.
When did you...
I've been looking all over you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. ... Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Boy, howdy.
Don't mean
Milk
to.
sack?
So mean to Hina.
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know.
Like a special guest something.
She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine... sorry. I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
The VA yawns are real.
Yeah. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
Well, that's sus. Like, I wouldn't kill if everyone knows what I look like. Well, the person wore a whole fucking mech suit, my dude. That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, we should post guard by the bodies like before. We can't have them disappearing again.
Hina, I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
Sure. I'd be totally useless in the investigation anyway.
Then that's that. Let's begin.
All of us have an alibi except one. But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Nice! Monokuma file! Okay. Board. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall. What? Mallets!
Speed at which you looked at those mallets.
Mallets! Could the Jester's hammers have been designed using these as a model? Not even as a model, they were just painted,
What
my
are
dude.
you talking about, you fucking idiot? Sorry. That's the dumbest line. That's all that.
Debris and chalky powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. What?
What?
Oh, Merry Christmas. Hello.
Merry Christmas. Merry
Something I did notice about all the other hammers, all the Justice hammers, they have the hole on the end.
Yeah.
Did someone wash it recently? Of blood? Did they free it of blood? I don't know why I said it like that. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It can handle a lot of weight.
Wait,
Wasn't
what?
this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Mm.
And look at the wheel.
Blood.
There's a blood stain on it. Because none of the killers here are professionals except the one. And they don't know how to clean up after themselves. So the blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the— What do you mean, what's the explanation for that? It's what was used to move the bodies, you dumb shit. Big cold body. Thank you.
Why so many fat jokes about Hifumi after he's
His
dead? That's
really
so
big
mean.
body. How on earth was the killer able to
Killer.
move someone so big? From the nurse's office. You know what though? The repository is on the 3rd floor. So that is quite a way to move Hifumi with something with wheels upstairs. So
Like, yeah, I don't think we've seen an elevator or anything.
nope.
Nope.
Not even ramps. The school is not accessible.
Yeah, they should really look into that. This is not handicap acceptable, Pope's Peak. They should look into that.
And all without anyone
That's-
noticing. That's
I don't know about Japan, but actually a really good chunk of like Europe is not handicapable accessible, and they don't want to be. There's like petitions and shit going around all the time about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good job, Europe.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Europe.
what the hell? I just don't get it. I can think about it later. Oh god, okay. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was a blow to his head. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something is different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
Glasses have been cleaned.
But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off?
They
But who would
wanted him
do
to
that?
see.
And why? Oh. That's actually something very smart for Makoto to have noticed.
It is.
I didn't
Maybe
notice.
Kyoko's rubbing off on him. She's not here, so he has to like step it
Right?
up
Step up.
brain-wise.
Step the fuck up. Taka. He'll never move again. Thank you, Makoto.
Yeah, from
Wait.
smart to
He's got one of the
Activist.
tarps from the other room underneath him.
He died from a blow to his head. He does. We found Justice Hammer. Is that what was used to kill him? The tarp laid out under his body. Eh? Did the killer use this to move Taka? That way there wouldn't be blood left behind while the body was moved. Ah, see, I was like, nice. Blue tarp has been added to the truth bullet. So I guess I should go investigate the scene of the crimes. Can I teleport now? Walking sucks.
You need to. There's still some more stuff in this room, I think.
The people.
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
So this is, at this point in the game, Sakura kind of becomes like the I'll recap things for you in a more linear sense of how we discovered it.
I'm good though.
You might, you have to go over it with her?
I mean, I
Chris,
have
do
the
you know?
no option.
Yeah, you have to review it at least once.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Alright.
let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
Soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me.
According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. She was attacked an hour before we found her. Just after 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor.
Dining hall. To the rec room.
Are you writing stuff down?
No, I'm trying to think about
Yes.
it. From the dining hall to the rec room is to the rec room's on the 3rd floor. Back down to the
Yeah.
library on the 2nd floor.
We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
Saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that,
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
what's wrong with me? Oh, this is like the 3rd
Yeah.
time we've seen this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Strange costumed man. Also, is anyone else reading the word costumed as consumed? Is it just me?
I see it too.
Let's see Cocoon.
And then,
Yeah! Huh? What's that? It was Hifumi. We have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. It wasn't his corpse, he wasn't dead yet. Quiet, you. This is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell you what happened. At the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Not at the
Okay.
same. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that makes more sense that Sakura was saying it. I was like, Makoto, it wasn't at the same time.
no, Makoto, we discovered Taka's body in the equipment room,
Thank you.
which means Hifumi and Taka's body were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
There's the importance of going after this with Sakura. She confirms this. Good. That's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who had arrived to tell us something very unusual. Can't we just say that Celeste came back to find us that Hifumi's body... We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room.
Can't be happening. Are we hallucinating? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both missing bodies, and after some time...
Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
And there we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
How you doing?
You know, going over that review and all that, I actually have a soft sus on Celeste.
Same.
Like, she
Yeah.
was the one directing us up, directing us down, telling us to go here, to go there. She was the one who, quote unquote, found the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then
In a room
having
that I
some-
couldn't open. Sus.
Mhm.
If it might help with that, I think it was just that's more of a gameplay thing.
I
think
know
it
that
was
you're not
just-
supposed to be able to get in there, but I still
Yeah.
feel like, you know. Yeah.
Like they could have chose
Her
Byakuya to say
actions-
that, right?
Yeah, like
Or,
it's just her actions throughout the whole thing. That's leading me to the sus on Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's just a soft sus. It's not a hard sus. We don't need to vote her out of the airlock quite yet.
Okay.
We need to do like one more
Good.
round.
This
Vibe
is the
check.
True Among Us chapter.
Okay. Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
What is it?
After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, look around.
Kris.
But when I got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked.
As if we didn't also click the door. That's fine. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's open. There might be some secret lurking in there.
I also want to say though, like, as for like Celeste though, it seems really weird that Celeste would be like, I was hit by this figure. Oh, I'm worried about Hifumi because I saw him with the figure as well. Oh, like, here's the bodies. If she did that, all of that stuff to herself or to him, wouldn't it, like, it just seems a little bit like...
Like she's leading it too much, like, why would you
Yeah,
go
like
through the
she's-
trouble of leading the investigation like this if you knew it was you?
Right, like, like, it'd be like, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know.
And she
Trying
also
to give
had the
herself an
picture.
alibi. Maybe that camera had a timer on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she also had
I mean,
a
how
picture
else
of
does Peter
the.
Parker take pictures of Spider-Man?
Well, that's the thing, too, is that, like, it's not like they said it wasn't a good quality camera. It didn't even have, like, you couldn't hold more than, like, 5 photos. It was like a child's camera. Children's cameras don't have timers.
Yeah, that's the camera.
Okay, like, it's...
And it did show a picture of like Hifumi being dragged away.
Yeah, it did have a picture of Hifumi with the masked man, which means... And we knew that Celeste had it on her body. Because she's the one who took it from Hifumi when he said he no longer wanted it.
Yeah.
So it's not like somebody else took the picture of her dragging Hifumi away, right? Or something like that. It's like she had that camera the whole time.
There's only one way in and out of this room, through the door that Hina said was locked. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository.
Somebody in the killer
So
was
when we
leaving-
were, when we came here earlier and it was locked, it meant the person who moved the bodies was still in here. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. Oh, it's one of those push locks, too. Which does technically... No, Makoto just showed us the flat doorknob on the other side. Never mind.
I knew where you were going with that.
Yeah. The door can only be locked from inside, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed the door was locked when we started looking for the bodies. It is on... Okay, yes. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. That certain someone is either Hiro or Kyoko. And then
Right.
they must have... My only thing is that Hina... This would have only worked if Hina and Sakura had left the art room at some point, for that person to have left the repository. And not been like, oh shit, there's people outside. That or they're still in here. But no, then the door wouldn't be unlocked. Oh, you're still here. Can I leave now?
You gotta talk to him.
Byakuya, you think Hiro really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders happened, and all disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi.
Yeah, you're right.
And the last thing Hifumi said when he died,
Yeah. He said Hiro's name.
then there is no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
And he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no. There are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
I wouldn't have noticed anything about Hifumi's glasses. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. Killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what it means.
Is everything okay? You're not gonna share, are you? ...
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
God, I fucking hate
What's
you.
with the attitude, man?
But you have my appreciation.
Yay!
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after
I didn't
all.
want your appreciation.
I don't like
I think
him.
he is picking up what Karl was thinking, that 2 people have done the killing, thinking that they each could have been the graduating person. It might even be that they didn't accomplice at all. It was just that 2 separate people, but then the hammers don't make sense. I don't know. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, he would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Probably, actually. He might have just keeled over.
Damn it.
Good.
Gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are places I already know about. The nurse's office and the equipment room. Yes, let me leave.
If that happened, would it be Makoto who would be blackened, or would
I think it would just
Would,
be like,
uh,
well, he died. That, you know.
he be his own blackened?
And we know who did it. Byakuya killed Byakuya.
Yeah, we'll get right Byakuya at that.
Run. Right, are we all okay with me taking another 30 minutes to investigate a little more?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was already 5. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Mind? Would you be okay with taking like a couple minute break?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. That would be helpful.
Yes.
I will be back.
Stretch my
I write down my notes.
6.5 hours later.
All right.
How you doing, Aki?
Oh, I don't like that the blood, like, moved out of the ground like that. That was creepy. There's some kind of
We were
tire
best
mark
friends.
going through the pool of blood in the middle of the
best
room.
friends. I'm just crying.
That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. The blood on the tire. Could that blood have come from here? But that's
Not
me
me
Taka's
calling that
body.
shit.
What, Aki?
I said not me calling that shit.
Both
Because you
rooms.
said arms, and I was like, or maybe wheels.
It's true.
Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that definitely would have been possible. See, that makes more sense. But then what's the tarp under Taka for?
They swapped them.
We really should check under the tarp. I don't know. Seems
Oh,
sus.
oh my god. I
Oh,
just
tarps
looked
do
at
make
that.
Loading bodies easier.
Look up.
Look at merch appreciation on Misaki's channel real quick. Look at what
Yeah.
Eric posted the other day. It absolutely looks like Robo Justice.
Foreshadowing.
No, it does. Oh no.
Time is it now? In game.
Daytime.
Oh god, I fucking can't stand y'all.
It's literally what it
What?
says. I don't know the actual time.
No, I need timelines. It's fine.
But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the first floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up the damn stairs. Oh, mystery. Hammer. Body was moved with the murder weapon. Fuck. The murder weapon was just left here. Hey, Jill.
I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed that there's such an ultimately rare event.
So the tire marks is
There are
all...
only 2 tarps there now.
Tarp.
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 Magic tarp.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Recently, too. Is that it? That's all he's gonna say?
He's fucking
What is
so
wrong with
stupid.
you?
Yeah, I
Right.
guess one magic tarp evolves into a carry dose.
Oh boy.
No, there's still stuff in this room.
How? Oh.
That's the security camera.
No. Wait, did you look at the hammer already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to someone else. Then never mind. That's my bad.
Hammer
Sorry
was
about
the first
that.
thing I looked at.
I was scheming.
We're gonna have a day where we're
Why is
Chris
there-
not allowed to apologize.
Why does it... I wish it would spawn me in the direction of,
Yell
like...
at for apologizing every day. I don't like that.
Canada, yo.
Yeah, but that's exactly what Gavin's
Sorry
saying,
about
is
that.
that, you know, we're saying people don't need to apologize.
I feel sorry for many things.
What are you investigating, Celeste?
I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere.
I mean, on the assumption he's no longer in the costume, I'm kind of surprised we haven't just found the costume.
What about you?
Oh, you know, I'm just checking on this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
How Hifumi was moved, huh?
When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom.
And when you got back, the body was gone?
It could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
It would seem so.
To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Mm-hmm. Really? Okay. Justice Hammer 3. Okay.
And I'm not seeing any tracks.
Right? Anything in the... Ah! 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 Sorry.
Funny?
He cleaned his own glasses! The man got up!
And then there would be blood dripping as he walked.
Was it real blood, though?
What?
I had a feeling Hifumi might have faked his... shenaniganery. The first time. He's dead now, but, you know.
I'm saying is that if he cleaned off his glasses and walked all the way to the repository, which I don't think he did, the second time he was definitely hit with a fatal blow, right? Clearly he's dead now. His glasses were cleaned off, if he cleaned them himself or whatever, but I don't think he could have walked all the way upstairs without tracking blood. He was bleeding out of his head the second time.
But I mean, it depends on where he was hit the second time.
He was right here in the nurse's office. The fuck?
No, like where on his body? Because he said it
But-
because no, very specifically he said, "I think I've stopped bleeding."
Yeah.
So if the stuff that was under him, I mean that could be blood, but if it wasn't like actively coming out of him and it was just blood that had been placed there, there wouldn't be anything to drip.
I would say maybe, but like that's what I'm saying though. Is it's like he was still like the file still says that they both contained fatal blows by some sort of hammer.
Yeah.
Right? He's
Just
bleeding from somewhere.
Well, no, because that's the thing. You can bleed internally from a head wound, you know. So
Yeah,
the
but
blow
they-
to the head would still be the thing that killed him, even if he didn't die right away.
Then maybe I'll just chalk it up to the game not using certain sprites because when we got into the nurse's office, we checked on him and he said that the bleeding had stopped. He no longer had blood on him
Yeah.
on his head.
Yeah, I just said
And then
he could be
you did
bleeding.
again.
I just said he could be bleeding internally.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Forget it.
No, I'm not. Ah, but it's also covered in blood. Uh-huh.
Did you find something?
Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can,
A cleaning cloth?
and it's all bloody. Whoever this belongs. Whoever! I gave him the figure. Makoto, you gave him the figure. This belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Really? Me either. Look at it! Look at it! It's just right in the middle. It's not even a subtle... Okay. Found money in the refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
I wonder if there's anything to drink inside.
In the nurse's office.
After everything we've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek.
It's a head.
There's a bunch of blood packets in here. Ah! That's what I was getting at. If he just, like, splurted something on himself afterwards, yeah, it would be on him. But it wouldn't be coming out of him. It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire! Oh, Makoto.
Still wasn't my
I
point.
am though.
Or are you?
Num 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 num.
Still wasn't my point though.
And okay, now I don't know where to go. Or do I?
My guess would
I went to both
Maybe the
rooms.
library?
check
Ah!
your room. All right. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
Fuck off. You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. Wow. Like, I was just suggesting going to their rooms. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this.
Meet me in the dining hall. The note Hiro wrote to get us to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Thank you for being condescending. Well, the penmanship was remarkable, so it left an impression.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
What is?
Things grow ever more exciting.
What are you talking about?
I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye.
Okay, I can kind of appreciate that he only came to share information because he felt indebted because we gave him the idea to go look for it in the first place.
I mean, a Lannister always pays their debts.
Alright, he's a shit, but he's got some code, honor code. Ah! It's the wrong button. Oh, I never... Wait, no. That was the first? This is the gym. Where are our rooms again?
First floor.
Is it here? No.
Dining hall area.
Dormitory.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank Hiro's room. Not either of the dead people, but Hiro's room. Is he dead in there? Is the costume in there? Why would you put it in your own room? Also, Byakuya, how did you get in? Did Hiro not lock his door? Where the fuck is his room?
Everything's unlocked during investigations.
Right, thank you. Where the hell is his room? There?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Hina's room, the best room to go.
Oh, you passed
You
it.
just passed
Yeah,
it.
I'll just
Yeah,
read.
it
Oh,
is.
his room was all the way at the end. Hmm.
Yeah, so he had to walk the furthest to get to the food.
The door is unlocked. He had to be the furthest away from people. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. If I die in here, it's
On
Byakuya's
the
fault.
other hand, Hifumi was the closest to the bathroom. So
Whoa!
He has his own bathroom, you goof.
There's
fair.
all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get all this from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't complain if I don't get permission to search his room, right? Well, he can, but... I think there's something in the cardboard box. Really?
And then I'll put that box inside another box.
Oh!
Hey, it's a Transformer.
But the thing is so garbage. But that's what the whole point. That his handwriting was nice. Look at where it says where it should be flexible. That's not good handwriting. It's garbage.
Some things made out of cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hiro's room. This could have very easily been planted here, though. I don't know why he would bring it back to his bedroom if he's the... But wait, these blueprints. Something about them bothers me. The same thing that bothers Aki bothers me, Makoto. I'm actually noticing things. I'm always surprised when he actually notices shit. I like that we just called he didn't actually say it. Have the arms bend like this. Is that it? That's all I'm supposed to look at in his room?
Take a quick peek.
Suppose I could. Hang on. Can't tell what's the security. Look at your bed. I guess. Are you under it? No? Okay. You in the bathroom? Soundlessly check the bathroom. It's pretty grungy, though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? You smoking it?
Oh, maybe.
No, that's
That'd be
everything.
interesting.
I thought I could click on these, but it was actually the security camera.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's everything. I kind of just like that it lets me check the security camera every time. Like, what? Why?
Those.
One more time. We only got the Zeus.
What?
You're the...
He only came through with the ooze.
Oh, love it. Makoto! Big news! Big news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoko!
Yay! Is she
Yeah.
okay? Fuck you. Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too!
Robo Justice?
It's Hiro wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Was he a fool trying to murder a third person? Hold up. Hello. Off in the corner. Was she in the locker? Kyoko! And...
Phew, man, I have had the worst day.
You think?
Hiro? Why is he actually in it? Kyoko first.
Maybe he's trapped in it.
I can't get out. I built this thing, and I didn't design a way to get out.
He
I
didn't
found
build
Hiro.
it. so
He was jammed in the pool locker room. Or the pool room locker. It looks like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
That's creepy.
Anyway, Hang on. I don't know. Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
There was something I had to check up on.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
I can't never mind.
Never mind. More importantly,
She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying?
first of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Well,
Tell me it's glued shut.
Check it out.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? He didn't make it.
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own.
Not with those arms and elbows.
Yeah, because they only bend one way.
Like, you can't reach around your back in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only bend like this and not like that.
hmm That was perfect. I totally understand what you meant.
Yeah. Good
You
demonstration.
don't really we don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It was one clasp, but the rest of it should have come off afterwards. But okay.
I mean, that helmet probably was on there pretty tight because of the hair.
Oh, he's just been like, his hair's just been in
Yeah.
his face the whole time.
Just chewing his own hair. Whew, free at last.
Isn't it kind of weird how the suit fits Hiro? More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
How they're trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
Actually, that sounds more like someone measured him and then made the costume. Which is
Someone
creepy.
Trained.
Byakuya is the one who told you to check his room, not Celeste.
But we gave him the idea to go check his room, I think. Somehow,
But
from
Celeste
what we
wasn't
said.
in the room with us when we did that.
Oh!
Celeste was in
got
the
you.
nurse's office.
Yeah, I think she just gave herself away. Hmm.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
And it's
Well,
obvious.
maybe Byakuya could have told everyone, and we were just the last one he told.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, Byakuya told you
That doesn't
he felt
because he owed
indebted.
us. Yeah, it doesn't sound
Right,
like
yeah,
he
no,
would
that-
mention
feel
it.
like
yeah,
that
that-
to anybody else.
He likes being the one guy at the trial to be like, I have knowledge you don't have, you peon.
Right. And it's obvious.
Well, I'm just trying to defend my boy. That's all.
That tree's from the 1800s.
The thing is, I don't feel like that's defending your boy as much as defending Celeste, right? Because we were sussing Celeste, not Byakuya. Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hiro! Shall we tie him up and gag him? You kinky bastard. Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
Tie me up?
Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little. No, it's not. Makoto, shut up.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves a fair treatment.
Yeah, suspects get handcuffed. Why are we arguing?
Not bound and gagged.
Yeah, we should just to tie him up. Done it. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it's Celeste.
Yeah, I mean, attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. You know.
He doesn't even know they're
What?
dead.
Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
If the glove.
Fine.
You must
If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the costume. Oh!
Aww.
I love
Ah!
it.
See? Look how loose it is. I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
You can't bend at the waist, huh? You can't pick up dead bodies off the floor, huh? Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now though. Hina, top tier character.
Absolutely.
Triple S rank. Just for moments like this.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could fit into this dumb costume.
I love her and her conviction to trying it on to prove her point, but one person tried it on. It's clear, like, I don't know how tall any of the other boys are, I just know that Kyoko is shorter than Hiro.
Yeah.
For all I
Hina's
know,
5'3".
Taka could have worn it, I don't know. In a huff, Hina took the suit back off.
Me and Hina, same height. Short girls, big titty gang. Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then...
Makoto, go ahead.
Makoto, go ahead.
I'm also
Makoto's
short!
Also
Agree.
short.
Look at me, Byakuya. I'm probably shorter than you. Makes it really
We're
easy
literally
for you to
looking
look
at
down
it
your
right
nose
He is
now.
and
looking down on you.
against my will. I picked up
Nah.
the pieces. Do I get Art of Makoto? Oh, I wanted to see him flailing about in it. Right, the arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
See? I told you! It was impossible! You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
Wording.
I don't like how smug you are.
Wording. It was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
Evidence?
He's been in this locker all day, apparently.
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Hey, I mean, that's actually fair, dude. You can't just tell them to go find it.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. Which is how we know it was him.
Boy. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me?
See, here's my thing here. Robo Justice is the name Hifumi came up with, supposedly, but who spray painted RJ on the shoulders? Like, it just happens to be, like, I guess maybe he came up with it because he saw the RJ, but also why the RJ? Also, again, in English, because, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But, like, you know, another thing that's not sitting with me, like, is the whole, the whole him getting knocked out and all that. Him only really him being able to move his own body in that short time.
Yeah.
Maybe Celeste isn't the one, and it could be the way that Hifumi's going to get away with being a blackened is to be someone, one of the victims.
Mm. But then he's dead and can't graduate.
Yeah, but then
Who
everyone
else
else
was a
dies.
victim of the...
I mean, it's not impossible.
Taka.
Okay, but wasn't there another victim of Robo Justice?
I mean,
Celeste.
Celeste was hit. We don't know about Taka. It's
Celeste was
assumed that
hit.
Taka was killed
Mhm.
by Robo Justice as well, because Justice Hammer 3.
4.
4.
4.
Mhm.
4.
Mhm.
But that would mean the Robo Justice would have to go hit Taka with. Assuming the Robo Justice went in chronological order of hammers, right? That would mean the Robo Justice would have had to hit Taka.
Hifumi
At
then
the-
Taka.
Hifumi, then Taka, and they would have to be found, quote, at the same time.
Mhm.
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 Maybe it was a count down and not a count up.
Well, no, because we already saw him get hit with the 2 and then the 3. He was
And
still
Yeah.
he was
Celeste
alive
was
and then
found-
between.
And
Yeah.
also, Hifumi claimed that he was hit at around 7:30, whereas Celeste said that she was hit at 7. So that means that they are going in time order, right?
Okay.
He was hit with 1, he was hit with 2,
And then 3.
and then 3 to kill him, and then
It really does make
4
you
killed
wonder.
Taka.
Because here's the thing, if this person wanted to kill 2 people, why go through the trouble of making 4 hammers?
Well, the first 2 were to hurt Hiro. Sorry. The first 2 were to hurt Hifumi and
But
Celeste.
why?
I wonder
Like,
if
why? It gives them an alibi, like, oh, I didn't hurt myself with this hammer, maybe.
I
like-
watched an entire Criminal Minds episode that proves that that's not right.
That's
But-
I know, but that's why I said maybe.
But like that kind of would bring a little bit of like minor suspect to Celeste too, because right, she went out before like nighttime technically ended, but she was also like hit with like the weakest of hammers,
Yeah.
and then the other 2 ended up fucking dead, right? Like
It kind of, and the fact that we found the one hammer that was like damp, perhaps washed, it kind of makes me wonder if that was supposed to be a number 5 that just didn't need to be used.
Could be.
Like this person didn't know how much strength they would need to kill a person. So
Or
they were
maybe
just
it
like,
was
I'm gonna grab
number
all.
5 that was never painted.
Then why is it wet?
Because it got washed
But why?
of blood.
Oh, as in like they still used it to smack somebody, but it just never got a.
Yeah, because that'd be a
fancy-
lot of washing to get paint off.
That's true.
Yeah.
kind of as if the person who was locked themselves into the depository realized that Hifumi wasn't actually dead, turned around and just
Oh.
grabbed one and hit him with it to get him at least unconscious enough that they could escape, and then
Quiet,
was
you.
like, "Oh shit!" Sorry.
No, not you. I said when they smacked Hifumi, like, oh god.
Oh yeah. And then they turned around and was like, "Shit, can't have another murder weapon around."
What does
and
it
then
take to
just
kill
like
you?
washed it off and hung it back up. And then
Is there a
escaping.
sink in the repository?
Yeah, we
Yep.
have to clean out the
Okay.
the paintbrushes. Or at
That's
least I would
true,
assume so.
yeah.
There's ones in our
That's
like,
true.
American art repository.
I say I'm gonna save again. I know I saved. Yeah, there. I'm gonna save again.
I love that you guys last night, the two of you talking. I don't think there's going to be a kill today. I'm just
I
like
didn't
sitting there like I can't.
It was
tell
the
you
it was
yes
it
or
was
no.
more like that was the vibe I'd gotten from the rest of everyone saying, "Oh, chapter 3 is my least favorite chapter. Nothing happens in this chapter."
Oh,
2
we were
people
super
died.
Sarcastic. We were overly sarcastic. I thought.
Well, because the thing
Yeah,
is,
everything
Fight
happens.
for it.
like I started to believe it because when we hit so much free time, because I talked to two people and then Makoto was like, "I'm gonna go to bed," and then woke up and there was more free time. I was like, "Oh, okay, I could see why people would find this chapter boring. If you're not here to talk to
think my
people."
I think my favorite thing was like, I think last weekend or something, I was talking to Aki. I'm like, oh, hey, I just thought of this thing that's like totally unrelated to like what's happening in chapter 3. But,
Yeah, we found one.
you know, I was just thinking about, but like Monokuma said, you know, the killer can't kill more than 2 people.
And then I screamed at him.
It's a worm on a string. I found a worm on a
A
string.
worm? Well, damn, let's go to an anime convention.
Worm? What?
What?
That's what
You
that
never-
was. Worm on a string.
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to
Yeah.
do with anime conventions?
Oh,
Oh, there was like a whole thing 2 years ago where like Worm on a String became like super popular in the anime convention scene here in America, and like people would like somebody made like a quote like a Worm on a String dress that they wore to the anime convention, and then like people would like hang them and like tie the strings to the ends of each worm, so it was like a long string of worms on a string, and then like hang them from their balconies.
That's weird.
it was a weird
Yes.
viral
Or
trend.
worms.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah, worm on a
But
string.
I am going to pop off.
I need to-
Yeah,
I'm gonna
same
cook
here.
dinner.
Set up for D&D on my end. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
gonna
yeah.
cook dinner and
The worm on a string is called Pretty Hungry Caterpillar.
that's not what
And the
it's called.
person who likes it is dead.
Yep.
Okay, this got. I feel like I walked into a weird conversation, and I don't like it. So
I didn't even know you left, Chris.
I had to go grab my food.
That's fair.
all right. Yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys all in D&D in a little
See
bit.
most of you in a bit.
Yo.
Bye.
yep.
Have fun with
D&D.
D&D.